Harris is from California. She's a senator. She never meets with Republicans. And in fact, this is someone who essentially Obama had picked her to run. Obama and his team had picked her to run. And then she floundered. She fell flat. She was going to get last place in Iowa and New Hampshire in the early primaries. So she quickly dropped out after burning up tens of millions of dollars. And then, the story that is not being told to the American people is that Bernie Sanders was in the pole position and he was going to win. And Obama and his team knew that Sanders, as an outright socialist, that he would lose. And so what they did is they propped up Biden, who appears to be nothing more than just an avatar, and then they plugged in their apparatchik.
That was California Congressman Devin Nunes on this program back in September, right before the election. The ranking member on the House Intel Committee, Congressman Devin Nunes, joins me right now. He is the author of Countdown to Socialism. And Congressman, it's great to see you this morning. Let me ask you about that soundbite we just played. Do you still see it that way?
I think more so now than ever. I think the American people now see it too, Maria. You have an election here where just a few counties in the United States of America and the big cities that are all run by Democrats and the left, and the state of California, which is under one-party control, they essentially elected a guy who ran the first campaign ever out of a basement. So, when you go back in history, we don't have to go back very far. This is very reminiscent of the old Soviet Union, where they just take these old decrepit leaders, they put them up there, and they'd have the people underneath, the Politburo, that would actually run their leaders. And so, look, I'm not saying that we all know that the coronavirus is very contagious, but what's Biden going to do about it? He's promising to do what? We're going to wear masks for 100 days? And so, the thing that you have here is that we have to start talking some common sense in this country. Why is it in Republican states and Republican cities that for the most part people are social distancing, they're being careful, but everything's open. People are trying to go about their life. They're being careful. They're getting therapeutic treatment. Now we have a vaccine ready. But yet you have big cities in this country. The whole state of California is completely shut down now. And then, like right here in DC, let me give you a ridiculous example. Right now, we're open, but now the mayor has said that in Washington, D.C., we're going to close everything on December 23rd because of the spread of COVID. Now, wait a second. If COVID's spreading so rapidly, you ought to shut the whole damn city down right now. Why would you wait for a week to shut it down? So I don't know what Biden and Harris's plan is to unbury these cities that the Democrats are destroying. But we're going to have a situation where the people who make things in this country, and most of the counties around this country who grow things, have energy, and keep the country going, those areas are doing pretty well. And you're going to have these cities that are completely dead, and they're going to expect a bailout. And I don't think the Republican Senate will do that.
And you all are there right now to try to get this COVID relief bill done. Look, I spoke with Bob Nardelli, who is one of my regular guests on Fox Business Mornings with Maria. And the other day he said to me, after speaking with a number of small business owners, he said, what small business wants right now is not PPP, but GDP. They want economic growth. They want to get back to business, and they want to start working once again. And we're looking at shutdowns across the country. People are worried about changes in policy about that, as well as a change in policy on China. Any thoughts on that? Because I want to quickly get to a break and then come back and look at these damning text messages. But your thoughts on how policy may change with a new administration?
Well, look, I think the big issue here is that what are the Biden family's involvement with China? We know now this was ignored by the media. It was ignored, and it was blocked by the social media companies too, for that matter. But look, everything that the Democrats and the media accused Trump and Republicans of doing, they were doing. They took money from Russian oligarchs. They're in bed with Chinese. None of this has been answered for. So, I think we really need a special prosecutor to go after this, because we know that the FBI and DOJ, they never go after Democrats. They only go after Republicans. All the Democrats' controversies always get swept under the rug, and nothing ever happens.